From the National Archives, Public Radio presents a continuing series, The Presidential Phone Calls. This phone call is an excerpt between the 41st President of the United States, George Herbert Walker Bush, and his son, the 43rd President, George W. Bush.
Speaking of babies, Dad, I guess Garner and Affleck, she spat out a youngin', and he was with Jennifer Lopez. Oh yeah, remember her? Big round bottom, very disproportionate as I recall. Waist would go in, bottom would go out, but not just hip sideways, but bulbous in the back. Kind of made a whole area back there. Heard she went to the Emmys and she arrived, and then her bottom arrived 10 minutes later. Separate vehicle. But Daddy, how's that possible? I mean, it's attached to her. How could you have a separate limousine for someone's bottom? Because their person would be attached to that bottom. Well, it was kind of a figure of speech, something I saw Whoopi Goldberg do on Comic Relief with Billy Crystal and Robin Williams around 88. It was sort of a jokey way of saying someone had a big bottom. Like if it was Ron Jeremy, the famous porn star, they'd say he arrived and then his penis took a separate limo. Yeah, but how is that possible? I mean, how could his dick be in a different car than he is without some kind of gross trauma? Well, it's a figure of speech. I'm not saying literally his penis would be in a different vehicle. I'm saying it's so large it could use a different vehicle. Yeah, but it don't make any sense because the penis is attached to him, Daddy, and it kind of actually scares me when you talk like this, especially late at night. Well, my attempt at humor